purchased some land over in Prineville, and knowing I did not have to file title with the county, I didn't do so, and also claimed it family burial grounds. And I filed an affidavit with the county of my intentions and who the property belonged to. So every year, consequently, from February 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2003, 2004, I reminded them of this action, and they needed to respond, either to accept it or deny it, and that being the continued writing declaring my declaration, so that there wouldn't be any repercussions in case they didn't receive it or had a chance to rebut it. I did it all under penalties of perjury, and I did it all with certified mailing, and they got receipts back saying they received it. This was notices to the county auditor, the Cook County assessor, the Cook County attorney, and also notice some of the commissioners of my actions, so no one could say that I did not make a good faith effort to let them know of my intentions to how I was claiming the property. The property was paid in silver coin and so noted in the affidavits. So in 2006, I get a visit with my neighbor asking me if I knew that my property belonged to the county. I said, no, that's impossible. The county's never notified me of anything that would indicate otherwise. So I jumped in my car and run down to the county, and sure enough, the county recorder's office showed that the county owned the land. And that started my paperwork and challenges, which all went ignored until about 2009 or 10. Enough papers were filed that somebody, county attorney, wrote me an affidavit and started a new case for ejectment. And this new case for ejectment was I responded to that. That was 2010, I believe. So all this time, I'm still on the land, and they have refused acknowledgement of all my filings, declaring that any judgment that took place in 2004 was a misuse of court power. It was a misuse of malicious action by the county.
No, now this is what they're saying that?
That's what I accused them of.
Oh, you that's what you okay.
And then so I've done everything possible, declaring fraud, misrepresentation, inducement on the court, filing false documents in the court to get a judgment by the county attorney. The new county attorney filed this ejectment notice, and then that started the proceedings all over again, and it's been in and out of hearings ever since, with a future hearing coming up now of August 19th for the latest one. And I presume it'll be the same as always, but they'll have to reschedule. Well, have another hearing a month later, as we've had in the past, and nothing will get accomplished. The land will still be in the county's name, and I will still be on the property. So that's where I am today, seeking.
Now, were you ever on the property?
Always.
No, but you physically on it.
Yes.
But as far as the documentation, were you listed ever of record as owner of the property?
On title.
You were listed on title?
Oh yes.
Well, that was recorded with the county?
Never recorded with the county.
Well, that's so there's nothing on the county records that show that you're the owner?
There is now, I sent them courtesy copy.
Right, but I said, at the time that they
No.
taught, there's nothing. So you were holding, you bought this property, but did not record your purchase. You purchased it in the name of as a burial ground for your family, but the purchase went unrecorded, is that correct?
Yes, I filed a declaration of land claim, which the county sent it back. I sent it certified.
The person that you bought the property from, what did that person give you recognizing your ownership?
Clear title.
But he did not record it.
No, he notified the county. The county came after him for taxes, and he said he no longer owned it.
But they came after it because the taxes on the property had not been paid, and you were not listed at that time on the property. He was still listed as the owner. Is that correct?
Right. He sent him a letter stating that he no longer owned it.
Okay. But you were never yourself on the property then.
Oh yes. I've got many.
On unrecorded instruments, you're on?
Yes.
Okay.
On my affidavits to the county, I purchased the land.
So the action need to be that what they have done is that they have, obviously, they have foreclosed for a tax lien.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And they're basing the tax lien on taxes that you did, that on exempt property. Is that what they did?
Yes.
Exempt property. So so in order to, what you want to do is clear their claim from the record. And so you file a suit to quiet title there. We'll look at doing that over in the county first. That's the easiest if we can do it in the county. If you can't do it in the county court, then we have to go into federal court under conspiracy against the rights of a citizen if they won't allow you to file that. I'm not sure how deep-seated that corruption in Crook County is. Do you have a sense of that? Do you have a rapport with the people down at the courthouse? Or are you persona non grata?
Yes, when I go in there, she immediately calls the attorney to see if she can file this. Whether the book says, her record shows that she can file this document.
So but she's been under instruction if you come in there, they want to be notified.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, so this is and so they're just administratively keeping you out of court, basically, and so you have to push them in order to be able to go in and put on the record what you need to put on the record. And what you need to put on the record is you file a suit to quiet title, you name the county, and whoever else is claiming this on the record, who's listed on the record now as having ownership in that property. And then when you file that as a complaint to quiet title, and then you move for summary judgment on that quiet title action. And you prepare a detailed affidavit detailing what you've just told me, and you file that with the clerk of the court. And then you call the clerk and you want to set the matter down for hearing on your motion for summary judgment on your suit to quiet title. And then when you go into the courtroom, you should have, before you go to court, we need to have a meeting with the sheriff and to let him know what you're going to be doing. You're coming in to put something on the record so that they won't be trying to intimidate and to block you from putting something on the record, say ordering you to not come into the courthouse, all the games that they play to try to frustrate people that are trying to seek remedy. And then when you come into that courthouse, you have that group of people. And when you go to the court where the matter's being heard, the first words out of your mouth when the judge, you all remain standing until the judge comes in the courtroom. And then when you come, you do not say your honor. When he comes in, you say, Judge, for the record, I'm here by special appearance until informed by the court that I'm proceeding in a court of constitutional due process. Now, none of these state courts are courts of constitutional due process. Judges have repeatedly said that when they've been confronted by myself, by Pamela Gaston, by others. So he will just say proceed, and then you will proceed. That to state I filed the complaint, there's been no denial, or whatever they have denied, you dispute, and you're entitled to judgment on the pleadings. And when you have that crowd there, the crowd then confronts whoever your opposition is, like if you caught him coming in your house to burglarize, caught him in your house burglarizing your house with a group of people, you would openly confront him. And this is what I've been doing with these attorneys that show up in court. I openly confront them in the courtroom. And they sit there quiet. They can't say a word because they're caught basically red-handed. What they're doing is they're running totally fraudulent proceedings, stripping people of their children, their lands, their freedom in these sham proceedings, and the people don't know what I just told you, how to do that. And but you have to get the group together, and you have to have the right documents filed when you go into that courtroom. And if possible, we've got that paper, the U.S. Observer paper and others, and to put that story in the paper, what you're doing, and inviting people to come down to the courthouse, get in touch with you. And then when you show up with that huge crowd, everyone there is there for one reason. We're there to tell these public employees, all of them, all these judges, bureaucrats, all the rest of them, that this is over. That innocent people having their children and their property stolen in sham, star chamber type proceedings, that is over. We, the citizens, will not tolerate that kind of treatment of the citizenry by public employees, particularly sworn public employees. Okay, I think that's what, yeah, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
okay, thank you.